Hey everybody, welcome to Live Coding with Jesse. Today we're going to continue on with what we were doing, but I had an idea this morning about how to cut down on the number of components that we're using. So I'm going to try to implement that idea. I'm not sure, I don't know, I'm not sure if it'll work. I haven't tried anything with it. I just was getting ready for work this morning and it just came to me. So we'll see. Let's see if it works. Let's see. Oh, I'm on the wrong project. I wondered why I couldn't see what we were working on. So I've just been migrating a lot of data. Still not through yet. And so this is what we've been doing. Every time we bring in, let's see where our pages are. Pages. So we keep making a new page for every different type of content. But it occurred to me that a lot of these are exactly the same. We just have a different content types. We're just grabbing different content with GraphQL. So we have all these pages that are basically the same with the exception of the name. And then we also have all these queries that are exactly the same except for the name. So why not just have one page component that accepts not only the ID to get, you know, the specific type of content that we want, but it will also accept from the router the content type. Okay, so then we can pass into the query. So alright, so right here we're passing in the ID. Wow, that's way too small. Let me make it bigger. So we're passing in the ID here, and then if we go to an actual component, we can see it's pulling the ID here, and then that's getting passed to our query. And then in our query, we're using that here for name. So what if we not only passed in the name, but we also passed in this? So then we'd be able to use the same query for a variety of pages, and we'd be able to use the same component for a variety of pages. And I think this will work. As I've been looking through the content on the site, you know, even more, there's going to be a lot of content that just has the same basic structure. I think this works well. It'll enable us to work faster and be less cluttered, and then it still leaves open the possibility of customizing the different parts of the site later on, because it wouldn't be that big of a deal to just change, you know, where a certain route goes. So instead of using our default component, we can make another component later, or customize the default so we'll have different options. So anyway, let me know if that makes sense, if there's any objections to that. Otherwise, that's what we're going to try to do first. And then we'll leave everything that we've done already, we'll just leave it. No sense in redoing it right now. But then as we bring in new content types, we'll just route them through that default query and that default page component. Okay. And I do need to keep this stream, you know, somewhat short. So we'll see. Depending on how many questions are in the live chat, I may cut the coding part short. So I have to pick up my kids from school. So I got to make sure I get the stream ended and finish anything I need to finish before I leave today. Let's see. Alright, so I guess the best thing to do would just be to copy one of these pages. So let's copy that and make a new page, and oops, actually we already have page.js. Let's just make page.js what we use here. So page works, and do we have department? The post.js might be what went with page.js, so we might just change that name to page.js because I don't think we're using that for anything else right now. But first things first, let's get this set up. So we're going to import, I guess we'll call this page query. Page query, and we'll call this page, even though it doesn't exist yet. And then down here, we're going to want to do page query. And then for our options, we're going to want to pass in, let's see, ID. Can we do it to like this? Can we do ID and type? Okay. Variables. All right. So we'll have name, ID, and then let's go with type. Type. All right. Let's see. We do want to change the name of this to page. Oh, I had forgotten about this part. Okay, so we do want to make sure that we want to use type. Let's see if we can we bring in 2? All right. And then let's use type here. I think that'll work, right? You know, maybe we'll need type. Shoot, how am I gonna get? Oh, within here I need it to be this, right? Are we getting this props data? I don't want that. I want, I guess, this props type. Okay. Sorry, I'm not doing a good job explaining what's going on here. So for those of you who aren't great with React, here's what we're doing. So when we pull things in here with Next.js, which is what we use to build this React app, when you return these, they become available as props, right? The function is get initial props. So then down here, where I'm going to grab the data, eventually the data is going to be available in props. So we have this props, and we made this const data, right? So we don't have to type this props all the time. So that's why we're starting with data. But then for the type, since the type's now going to be variable, we're going to grab this props types, which is going to pull in whatever type we pass in from our server.js file. We're also passing that same thing down to here to the query. So it should, hopefully it'll make sense once we get it if we get it working. So it may not work. This is just the idea I had earlier. I've never tried it. So maybe that's better. Let me try see if it works first, and then we can go back and explain it. No sense trying to explain something that doesn't really work anyway. All right. Let me make this capital page. All right. I think that's what we need from now. So let's go in here to our queries. Let's grab this. But then I want to go to our post query. All right, great. So this is the sample one, faculty departments. Did we take this? You know what? I'm not 100% sure that this isn't in use somewhere, so I'm not going to change this. Let's make a new query called page. And now let's paste this in. And so here we have this variable name, but now we're also going to have the variable type. Hopefully this this works out. What's this? New line required to vendor file but not found. Okay. And let's change this to page query. Oops. Page query. Oh shoot. Alright, so we were in the query we're defining name, string, and let's say type is string. Alright. I'm not sure. That seems like that had to happen, but I'm not entirely sure. Let me check the live chat to see. Make a function. Let's see. Oh, okay. Harshit's saying that I can't use this like that. So let me see the timestamp on that. Okay, so that was just a minute ago. So I'm assuming that I can't do this, what I'm trying to do. Is that what you're saying? Alright, so I'm waiting to hear. Harsha says make a function. I'm not 100% sure what you're talking about, Harshit. So I'm sure you know what you're talking about, but I don't know. So I'm just gonna keep. I need to make a route anyway. So while I'm waiting on Harshit to explain more, I will go to the server file, and let me get rid of some of these because we certainly don't need all of these. Alright, Harshit sent me a link to JS Fiddle. Let's check it out. Oops. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to copy and paste what Harshit has in here so we all can see and compare. Alright, so let's check it out. Alright, so we can see the making it a function. So we have associate query name. We're pulling in name, where name is name. Alright, let me see. Return. I was just saying return. All right. Return. All right. I'm a little bit confused. So why are these? Why is this name here and this one name? Could I do this variables are part of GraphQL syntax, the $. Yeah, so with the $, that's why I was thinking that I had to make a $sign variable here if I wanted to use it in here. But what I'm wondering about is, like, can I rename this name here and this name here to type? Okay. I just don't want it to be too confusing with lots of different variables, name, or $sign name. Type. Type. Okay. And we can change this to page query. Okay, cool. All right, let's get rid of this. All right, so now essentially we kind of have this function wrapper around here, and then we're passing in the type. Do I need to name, string name? Let's see. Oh, okay, good point, Harshit. Okay, so Harshit's explaining that since these backticks make it a template literal, that's why we can pass this variable in like this. Let's see. Okay. Now, Harshit, do we need to change anything in terms of how we're bringing the variable for name in, or should we be good with that? Okay. All right, so let's save that. Let's go back to our page.js and GraphQL page query. So should we then put the ID in like here, or will it still work to add our options in here? So basically what I'm saying is, should we put in type here? This props type. Okay, Harsh should say no change. Okay. Alright, that's what I thought. So we can get rid of this and this. Okay. Alright, so we have this, we need a route now. I don't need that anymore. Oh, don't save. Alright, so what's our route gonna be? I guess we could use any of our routes. So let me just grab something we've already made so we can copy it. And what did I pull over? About? Yeah, I think I pulled over some of the about pages yesterday. So let's do that because we haven't made Let me double check in my WordPress installation to make sure that we do have content for those. Okay, I do have those pages. Okay, in about 5 minutes, I'm going to take a break and go back to the live chat and answer some questions. Alright, so we're going to have a route like this. It's going to be about and then an ID, and then we're going to send it to the page component, and with ID we're also going to send a type, and the type will be about page. Okay. And let's restart the server. Let me give you the ngrok link as well, so I didn't give that out yet. Here we are. I think it's still on from yesterday. It is. This should still work from yesterday, so I'm going to paste the same link in. If it's not working, I'll restart it. But if you click the link I just pasted into the live chat, you should be able to see the website now. Alright, cool. Looks like it's working. And I'm going to restart the server here, so it may not work for a few seconds. Okay, so about, and then I need to find content. Where's my page? Oh, I think it's on my other screen. Let's see. This should be one. Let's see. Cannot read props of undefined. All right, let's verify that this is the slug. Yeah, our mission should be one. Cannot read property props. Oh, okay. So we're at page.js 46. Oh, okay, so I can't do this props type here. Type is not defined. Well, let's see if it'll pass. Type is not defined. Okay. Alright, so how do we get the type in here? Let's make sure that, let's see, whoops, let me bring the live chat up. Okay, Rook says try component name props type. Okay, we try that. I don't know if that'll work or not, but that's worth a shot. Alright, yeah, that's not working either. Ah, man, I remember having, it might have been the same problem, and I can't remember what I did about it. Man, I hate when that happens. Okay. Let me think. Harshit says use recompose. I don't know what recompose is. So I'm assuming recompose is a React Apollo thing. Alright, so I just looked up recompose. Alright. Okay, I guess I just read an article on recompose, so it wasn't really documentation. Let's see, loading second code, you can make this. Alright, cool. I found the GitHub of it now. It looks like it can do a lot of stuff. Okay. All right, let me bring in, how about this? Yeah, it's time. Let me take a 5-minute break, go to the live chat, answer some questions, and then when we come back, we'll bring in recompose and try to get access to the props down here to test this out. Actually, we can test this out right now. Let's test it. Page, or what was it? About page. Summary property edges of undefined. Huh. Is it not passing it in? Maybe it's not passing things in like I want. Type about page. We might have other issues as well. Alright, well let me go to the live chat. It'll take about 5 minutes. Go through the chat. So if you have any questions, please put them in the live chat, and I'll get through as many as I can. Dacron said, I started work at 5 a.m. That's pretty early to start working. Nikki says, there are 3 hard things in programming: naming things and off by 1 errors. I like that one. Let's see. Humberto says, it's like there are 2 things you should know about INFJs. 1, they never tell you everything. INFJ, that's like from the Myers-Briggs personality test, right? I can't remember what all the letters stand for. I don't even remember what I am. Balaji said, can you please arrange your videos and properly? It would be really helpful. Yeah, I do plan on arranging the videos. I know I've been saying that for a long time. It's just, you know, there's a whole list of things that I want to do, and arranging the videos just has never made it like to the top of that list. But I would like to arrange them. So far I've had 2 different suggestions. One is arrange them by project, which would be pretty easy to do. The other one is to arrange them by topic, so that no matter what project it is, you could see every video I've ever done on, let's say, GraphQL or routing or something, you know, which would be a lot harder because some videos I do a variety of things in, so I don't know. I mean, it would be hard to go back and watch every video to see what I've done, because I don't always title them or give them a description with everything that I'm doing. So I don't know. I don't know if I'll be able to get them arranged by topic, but I can definitely arrange them at least by project. Ravi Raj says, this looks cool, but I have no idea what is happening. Feel free to ask as many questions as you want. Some of the shows are a little bit easier to understand depending on what we're working on. Let's see. Richard says, I'm new. What's he working on? And Michael also says, I'm always late, so I have no idea what's going on right now. Right now, we're trying to make a component, a GraphQL query, and a GraphQL query that we can pass in the type of content that we want, and then the slug or ID for a specific piece of content. And then that way we can just keep reusing that one component and query instead of making new components and queries like we have been doing. Richard says, I'm new on programming and I'm here. That's why I read and try to understand his code. And yeah, Richard, you know, any questions that you have, please let me know. I'd be happy to help with trying to understand. You know, because I'm sure if there's something that you don't understand, I bet there are other people watching or that are going to watch the recording that also, you know, could probably benefit from an explanation. And it always helps me when I have to explain what I'm doing. Sometimes I realize that something I've done, maybe I could do it better, or, you know, it was kind of illogical. Added says Ionic framework. No, we're not using the Ionic framework right now. Just React. Andy says React don't use separation of concerns. Yeah, it's not. It's definitely a shift in thinking. You know, we don't separate everything out. We, you know, a component will have the markup, the JavaScript, I'm really sorry. Just keep yawning. But one component could have, all the markup, JavaScript, and styles that it would need all in one file. Harsh. Okay, let's get back to the code now. Harshit says, have spelled it correct. Test for faculty one time. Oh yeah, that's true. Maybe I didn't spell everything correct. About, let's make sure it's like initial props. About page query, page query type. Not passing in about page, in the server about ID page. Okay. I'm still kind of wondering why are we able to grab the ID value here but not the type? The only difference I could see is that the ID is in curly brackets, right? I don't know what difference that would make. And still, yeah, no difference. Why does ID, are we, oh, compose with root with data. Sorry, this faculty. Actually, let me make sure. Let me go somewhere else just to make sure this is working. Okay. Just want to make sure I didn't accidentally mess up the WordPress installation again. Oh, Harshit says that he's got it. Alright, cool, Harshit. Whoops. There we go. Whoa, use React clone element page props type. Alright, let's try that out. Okay. Also want to change this back to what we had. This props type. Okay. Why? So what's our render? Alright, let's see what we have now. Cannot read property edges of undefined. Okay. Alright, well that's not bad. So the error, basically this seems to be working now, which is good. So now the error is here in terms of the data that we're getting back. So I need to make sure what we're passing in. Harshit says try faculty. Harsh saying try faculty, like make a faculty route and then try this on there. Actually, let me use GraphQL just to make sure that this is working. Because I don't want to keep troubleshooting that if that's not really our problem. Let's see, where's our page query? I can't find about in schema. Oh, okay, Harsh is already checking the schema. That's a good idea. About page by about page. Yeah, I see about page. Let me check the router as well to see if I'm not routing something ahead of this. Major economics, news, contact, faculty. Okay. Alright, that looks fine. See what I'm passing in. Sample query, queries pose. Let me see, associate. Have we tried something yet that had 2 words? Is it faculty department? Is that what we used here? No, departments. Okay, so we are using this form, right? Data.associate programs.edges. Okay. Do it like this. This props data. I kind of want to see what we are getting here. Let's see. Oops. Let me double check the live chat. It looks like Harshit says about pages, the S So should we use about pages? No. So my queries. No, my queries. Major query where majors. So see programs. Huh. Oh, you know what? I need to restart the server. Sorry. Can't just make a change and have it work. Alright, let's see. Alright, so page.js, about pages, and then now here, get out of here, out of here. Okay, and this is floral too. Yep. Alright, so everything does need to be plural. And it looks like we have that. Nikki says it's taunting you, flashing the site just before it gives you that error page. I know, right? Come on. Okay. Or I should say save the page. So, alright, I guess I have not saved it then. Alright, so that's saved. Let me save everything. The server. Save the server as well. Alright. Alright. Now I'll restart. Yeah, still nothing. Ricky, that's a good suggestion. Ricky says just console log this props. Yeah. At this point, yeah, it's like, what am I going to do? Let me take this out so I quit getting errors. I could console log in here. Let's console log. I want to make sure that I'm getting type in here properly too. Cannot query field undefined. Alright, so it looks like type, it is not getting passed in properly. Let's see. Alright, so that does fix it. Okay. Alright, so at least we know where the problem is now. So everything is coming in. As long as we can pass about pages in, it works. So we know we can get it from this props about pages, but we need to be able to get this props type here. I mean, honestly, like, this is just gonna, I don't know if this is the React way, but like, just thinking like JavaScript wise, like, this is just a scope issue, right? Like, let type equal. I mean, can we do something like this? Type is just, oh yeah, I don't want to do query type, and then in here I can just say query type equals type, and then use query type. No. Alright, let's see. Expected name but found query page where alright, we have a different error now, which is progress in our queries. Okay, so we expected a name, we did not get the name. Let's go. Let's console log type, see what we're getting. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Alright, Harshit's saying yarn add recompose. Actually, yeah, this is beside the point. We're obviously not getting the right data in because we got it to work before when we just hard coded it. So what I did must not have worked. I don't know why, but it doesn't work. So let's get rid of what I just did then. Alright, we don't need this log anymore. Alright. And great. Alright, so Harsh is saying use recompose. I'll install it. Let's see. Keep an eye on the time. Okay. Alright, so I have Recompose now. I've never used Recompose. I have no idea how to use Recompose. I've just glanced for a few seconds at the documentation here. So I'm guessing I would use the map props with Recompose. Components, map props, or with props. Okay, with props. Alright, I'm checking out the API documentation right now. Alright, let's add this, and then down here oh, Michael Creer is asking how to get to the page that gives the errors. Let me just paste. This is what I'm using. So you would replace localhost 3000 with the ngrok URL, obviously, but that's what I'm trying to test out. All right, let's see. Props. So now I'm gonna have a with props. Create props. Alright, so it's like Mac. So I'm reading documentation for this on my other screen, so that's what I'm talking to myself here. Okay. It looks like I can also use default props. let's see if I can do alright, I need to find an example of this because I'm not sure. Props, objects. Alright, let me bring over something I found that's somewhat similar to what we're doing. Seems like... Alright, so right now they're making higher order components, but in here they're importing with state from Recompose, which is similar to the with props that we're trying to use. And let me give you... Here's the link to the API documentation that I'm looking at right now. And it has the anchor directly to the with props section. So maybe if you all can check it out, you know, knowing what we're trying to do with it, you all can help me. For some reason, I'm just missing something. But anyway, so basically we have an export default compose, which is exactly what we're doing. But then here it says with state, and then we brought in the is visible. And toggle viz. So, and with handlers, we say toggle visibility, and it looks like there's now access to toggle viz and is visible here. So, with that, it seems like what we should be able to do then is within with props, we should be able to just say type. And then now we'll have access to type as a variable. Make sure I put a comma there. Type is not defined. Okay, let's see. What did I miss? Let's see. Oh, let's see, maybe no, that's still not going to do anything. All right. Alright, let's check this out again. Oh, all right, awesome. Okay, so they're using with props. All right, so alright, so let's check out with props now. Looks like we can grab it here. Let's just grab that, pull it over here with props, and alright, so we're returning alright, Michael Krios is in the, I guess in the query, are we starting off with where? Don't you need to declare what we're filtering on? Yes. Let me see. I can't see my chat. My chat window is now zoomed in and it won't let me zoom out. And now I can't see anything. Okay. Why is it doing this? There we are, finally. Okay. Page query. Shouldn't it be page where? Yeah, the query is fine. So there's the where we have. So we're pulling in the type. So that should be, it should be okay. Alright, so let's go back to here and just say, so this is visible. Alright. Alright. Okay. Alright, I don't really think this will work. Let's give it a shot. Type. No, still nothing. Alright. This props type. No, it shouldn't. Alright, let's save this. Props is undefined. Okay, we're at 50. Props undefined. Yep. Okay. Okay. Alright, Harshit says, now final solution, update Apollo, there is a new query component. No need of composing then. Alright. Let's check this out then. Alright, so let's check out this new component that we can use. Whoops, github.com, Apollo GraphQL, React Apollo. Why is this not working? Releases. That was weird. New query component. Wow. What? Wow. Okay. All right, let's try it out then. We'll check our package JSON to make sure we get the version we want. So this should be 2.1. No, didn't get that. All right. Alright, we're taking out recompose, and let's make sure we take this out of our component. We may not get this working in time. We'll see. Remove recompose. Okay. Oops. All right, so let's try to get this. Whoops, where's it at? There it is. Let's try to get this beta version running. So alright, let's see if this works. So this is Harshit's suggestion. Let's see what we have. React Apollo, latest version. Nope. Oh, okay, I see your other suggestion there, Harshit. Yeah, and that is what we need, right? Beta 2.1, 2.1. Awesome. Okay. Let's just make sure you didn't break everything. Okay, cool. Still works. Alright, so now I guess we can use stuff like this. Import GraphQL, import query. Alright, let's import these. So can we just get rid of both of those then? And then down here, Do we need any of this now? We still need compose? Alright. Sunbase says, Jesse, you are alien. As far as I know, I am not, but maybe you know something that I don't. Alright. Alright, let's go back to our example here. So let's take this. Oops, let me see. Function my component. Alright, so we have query, and now we need to grab what our query was. Okay. Okay, and we should be able to do where name equals string. And how are we? What are we assigning? Let's see. Okay, so we're saying variables name ID, so we should be able to. We should be able to add in string. This props type, and now this is what I'm confused about. It's Harsh is saying leave the query. I'm not exactly sure where he was talking about to leave the query. Anyway, what I'm not sure about is when we're passing this name in. Harsh, it says remove the query stuff. So all this query stuff. Michael says, I'm so lost, so I'm gonna read up on so I understand what's going on. I'm pretty lost myself here as well. So I guess just to catch everybody up to speed, including myself, just as a review, we've updated to the beta version, the 2.1 beta version of React Apollo. There's a different way to do queries, a query component. I'm trying to convert over to using this query component. What I'm not sure about is I was trying to follow Harshit and I got the messages, remove GraphQL from export, so I did that. No need of query. And then the next message was leave the query, and then the next message was remove query stuff. So I'm not exactly sure what's going on, because I've gotten both leave the query and remove the query. So I'm going to drink some G Fuel. Alright, Harshit says, you have Atom still? Let me edit the code using teletype. It's hard to explain in the chat. Yeah, I do have Atom. Alright, let me check the time. See if we have time for this. I really do want to use teletype because it sounds really cool, but I think I'm gonna have to end the stream because I need to make sure I get everything ended in enough time for me to get ready and pick up my kids from school. So what if we wrap things up here, I commit what I have, and then work on it tomorrow? Does that sound good? So I kind of figured on the stream being over by now. Alright, I'm gonna scroll through really quickly just to make sure there hasn't been a question that I missed. Ravi Raj says, are you an independent developer or work for freeCodeCamp? I volunteer for freeCodeCamp and I work for a university. So I'm a front-end developer for a small university. I also do some work on the side, like freelancing work. Drew asks, when I use Visual Studio Code on Windows, the font isn't that bold. How can I make it look like that? I'm not sure. I'm using the Seti theme, so S-E-T-I. I don't think I've done anything else besides just use a different theme. I mean, I've made the font bigger. But other than that, I don't. Maybe it's just the theme. Igor says, where can I find your custom post types post plugin? I don't know if I have it. I don't know if I have it available on GitHub or not. Check out the CI React repo. So it'll be in the same organization as this repo. it might be in there. It might be listed as like CI custom post types or Catechet custom post types. It's basically the same plugin. I've just add some different types. But maybe it might not be a bad idea to add that in with this repo as well. Michael Kerr is asking about a React tutorial. Codecademy has a pretty easy intro React tutorial. Michael Creel says, is there any way to see your data structure? Not sure how WordPress works. I don't know. I guess, I mean, normally if I'm running WordPress, I usually have it running on something that has like PHP myadmin and I can look at it, but I don't have that right now. So I don't know. I mean, it's following the same structure as a normal WordPress, so maybe there's like an example online of the normal data structure for WordPress. Alright, so yeah, let me commit this. Let's see what the status is. Package JSON, pages, server, you unlock. Okay. Ooh, what do I need? New feature. Add page component. No. Don't think so. Shoot. Figured that'd be the case. Query is defined but never used. GQL is defined. Let's get rid of that. And then I'm pretty sure I used query. Did I not save it? Alright. What? 54. Maybe I should just take that stuff out. Yeah, let's take that out. Let's take page query and query and GraphQL. There we are. Oh, Harsha says just use no verify. Yeah, that would have made sense. I should have done that. Alright, let's just run a git. How How did my server.js get modified? Git commits. Yep, that's what I meant. Come on. No verify. 2 dashes. There we are. All right. Okay. Alright, everything is now committed, and we will pick this up again tomorrow. So I've already gone through all the questions in the live chat, and my brain is tired right now. So learning something new is hard enough, but I guess learning something new on the live stream is harder. So alright, so I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'm trying to think what. I have an early meeting tomorrow. I'm going to try to get in early enough to schedule the stream before my meeting. And then that way I can jump right into it. If I don't get in that early though, I might not be. I'll try to do the stream at the same time, but it might not actually be scheduled. So you may not be getting a notification on YouTube, you know, like an early notification or any at all. So I'll see. I'm going to try my best to get in and get this scheduled. All right. Thanks for all the help. Almost had it. We almost had it today. I think we're really close. I mean, basically everything's working except just need to pass that type through to the query. So we knew it already worked when we manually passed it through. So I'm happy with that. The concept works. So from here on out, it'll definitely cut down on the amount of work we have to do, and it'll clean things up. So I guess we did enough to prove that the concept works. So we can let's count that as a win, right? All right. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back tomorrow. Until then, have a great day.